there, Krista Kambara here from Voluminous Companies. I'm here to talk to you today about inspections. As I sit here waiting for an inspection to be done for one of my sellers, I'm thinking about, what might you want to know about an inspection? Who does one? Why do we do them? So on and so forth. So when you go to buy a house, after your offer is accepted, you have a time frame within the first 10 to 14 days to do your inspection. You usually get about 7 days, 10 days, 14 days. It usually depends on the duration of the whole transaction, what the circumstances are. I usually put about 10 days on my contracts, but that can change depending on, the seller and the buyer situation. Once you do go under contract, you don't want to wait the whole 10 days to do the whole thing. I usually recommend to my clients to schedule the inspection as soon as possible, because you want time to be able to get the inspection done, get the report done, get any tests that you're requesting to be sent to labs if necessary, and to get those results back. Sometimes that can take several days. So what are the inspections? There is the general home inspection, which is somebody coming to the house. They have to be licensed, and they'll look at the house, exterior, interior, from top to bottom. They'll look at the windows. What's the condition of the windows? They'll test the temperature of the water. They'll look at the siding. Is there any broken siding? They'll look at some inspectors test the appliances, some don't. I usually request that the inspectors do test the appliances, to a certain extent. They're not going to run a whole load of laundry. Some will turn on the dishwasher, some won't. And then another type of inspection is the water testing. I've had buyers take their own samples and send them in. I've had water companies come in during the inspection and take samples. And then I've also experienced some home inspectors taking their own samples and sending them in to the labs. They usually take 2 to 4 days to get those results back. So that's one of the results that might take a longer. So you definitely want to get your inspection done sooner rather than later. And in my experience, buyers only test the water if the home is serviced by well water, because public water supplies are usually tested by the municipality. Another type of inspection is radon. The radon water can be tested once you take a sample and send it into the lab, but there's also radon in the air. So sometimes the inspectors will bring a radon testing machine. Other times they'll bring a canister to leave open. A lot of the times they'll do it in the basement, but sometimes the inspectors prefer on the first floor where you'll be living the most. The canister, the machine, will stay in the house usually for about 48 hours. And then if it's a canister, it will be sent in to the lab to be tested. If it's a machine, they can usually get a reading pretty quickly. So another type of inspection is septic inspections. Septics are pretty common in the state of New Hampshire. If you're in a city, usually your house is serviced by public sewer, but if it is serviced by septic, then you definitely want to get it inspected, because if it needs repair or if it needs to be replaced, that's a pretty hefty expense. And another reason why you want to get it inspected is the inspector will give you the lowdown on how to care for your system. There's lots of things that you should know on the care of septic inspections, or on the care of your septic systems. So, and lastly, you want to look at pests. If your home inspector comes in and they see signs of insects or animals that have come in, such as squirrels or even bats, you'll want to have a professional pest company come in and see if there's active activity, and if there is, what's the cost on remediating that. And that's also recommended for anything else that might come up. So say the furnace isn't at the highest efficiency and it's not working very well, or is very old. That's why you want to get your inspection done at the beginning of your inspection duration, the beginning of that 7, 10, or 14 days, because if something does come up, you want to be able to have a professional come in on that certain part of the house to be able to give you, what's the life of the furnace, or what's the life of the windows, and what is the estimate on what it would cost to repair those things. And once you get those lab results, home inspection results back, that's when you take a look at them and review the results with your agent to see whether or not you can live with those defects of the house, or if you want to, go back and talk to the seller about them. So if you have any more questions, or if you need somebody to walk you through on the home buying process, give me a call. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.